Okay, we could get started. Good morning, Cloud Native Telco community, and welcome to the third Cloud Native Telco Day here in Amsterdam. My name is Vuk Gojnic, and I'm a Kubernetes platform lead in Deutsche Telekom Technik, and I'm going to be your host today together with my fellow program committee member, Lucina Stričko. Let me remind you to the Kubernetes and CNCF code of conduct, which is all common sense, boils down to be excellent to each other, treat others like you would like to be treated, and give you a couple of useful information. If you have any of questions or needs for support, there is a CNCF Slack channel with CNCF event stuff being in there. Feel free to ask. For the speakers, please be ready to hop on the stage as soon as the previous speaker finishes, and that way contribute to the timing. And if you look for a program, presentations, or later on recordings, you can find them all online. Before proceeding with the agenda, I would like to bother you with some fundamental questions. Who are we and why are we here? Before I try and attempt to answer these questions, which are not trivial, I would like to share a couple of observations with you. Observation number one about hard things. If Kubernetes is hard, then Kubernetes in telco is a lot harder. And CNFs on Kubernetes in telco is even harder than that. It has to do something with the networking, and it's not hard these days to get it functioning, but it's hard to run it. And this is what I can confirm also from the experience, and I guess many of you. Collisions. Kubernetes and CNFs are bringing the collisions to the telco world, collisions of the cultures. We have a ITIL versus DevOps and SRE. You won't believe me probably, but I was having a serious discussions with my senior telco colleagues about whether the rescheduling of the pod from a node to node should be treated as a change in the ITIL sense and should be approved by the change advisory board. I hope I'm through this discussion, but you never know. Telco velocity versus cloud velocity. Coincidentally yesterday, and it's happening all the time, I had another lengthy and serious discussion and sad discussion with relation to another application, a very critical application. I will not name it because it will be easy to pinpoint the actors there. But the story is like they will be ready end of the year to upgrade, to make their application ready to support Kubernetes 1.25. Because there are some depreciations and some changes in the Kubernetes API, one of those being removal of the pod security policies. End of this year would be 3 years after this pod security policy depreciation is announced. So we have a mismatch also in the velocity. Third point, pre-integration versus a continuous certification. In our industry, we are doing a lot of, historically, a lot of pre-integration for a good. But in the cloud-native infrastructure and cloud-native world, any pre-integration does not have much validity, much value. The continuous testing, continuous certification is what still need to be there. Another observation about distance, we are probably the industry, as a telco industry, with the largest distance between devs and platform engineers. In a normal average cloud company, you would have a same company, you would have a devs and platform engineers working together. In our case, the distance is 10 times higher to the point that platform engineers almost never meet the developers, and in some cases where it's possible, it's structurally not allowed and not wanted. So these are all quite substantial challenges that we are facing and that nobody quite figure out yet how to solve them. And this is why we are here. Why we are here is to work together, to get inspired, to give impulses to each other, and to work and find the community-based solutions for all those challenges. And who we are, I dare to say that we are the pioneers of cloud-native telco transformation. Why pioneers? I mean, it's a handful of us here. It's a small group. If you go to MWC or other major industry events, you would have 1,000 times more people. But this is not where the transformation is happening. This is where the transformation and the trends are getting amplified. But here, in this room and the broader community, we are the drivers of cloud-native telco transformation. How to engage with the community? Here are the few possibilities. CNF working group, through the projects like a test suite or the certification. And you can find some useful contacts there. A word about our sponsors, or better to say, future sponsors, because we still didn't get one. And we need to get better, probably, in future and engage more to get this event valuable, seen as valuable in the eyes of sponsors. But word to the future sponsors, this is a chance for your company, great chance for your company to support Cloud Native Telco Day as a platform for cloud-native telco transformation pioneers to work together on the challenges that your company is facing. The upside from us having the half a day, so we'll be running today until 12:30 roundabout. We got, according to new format, a half a day event. The upside of this, two upsides. One is we got the time for a community gathering sponsored by the Vuk Corp later on. Very much thankful for that. And we got a much focused agenda, starting with 3 lightning talks about some innovation topics, followed by the 4 presentations from the operator community, talking about experience, challenges, and solutions in the practice, and finishing with a panel about one very promising initiative, community initiative, Silva project, which we're hopefully going to get engaged more in future. With that, I would like to invite our first lightning talk speakers, colleagues from NTT, if they are here around. Please welcome on the stage.